Hello, my name is Kim. This is my channel, Kim After 50, where I share my brand new life with you. I just turned 50. I just got divorced. I'm losing 100 pounds in 2025. And I'm doing all of that while doing lots and lots of travel. So this video is part of a 4-part series I'm doing on all of my favorite Carnival tips for first-time cruisers. Before I get started, thank you so much for helping us to reach 300 subscribers on this channel. I am doing a giveaway for a $50 Amazon gift card. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel so that you can be a part of that giveaway. All of the details on the giveaway are in a previous video I did, but they're also going to be in the description of this video. So let's go ahead and get started so we're not here all day, okay? So the first tip I have for you is to get packed up as much as you can the day before. Debarkation happens early in the morning. So the day before your debarkation, go ahead and pack up everything that you need to pack up. Don't leave it until the morning of, because you don't want to have a hectic morning, and there's a lot going on that morning. So try to get packed up the day before. Tip number 2, get your pictures. If you took pictures all around the ship, there will be photo opportunities set up where you can get your pictures taken professionally and purchase those pictures either individually as part of a package. If you want to purchase pictures that you haven't purchased already, get that done the night before. It is available on debarkation day, I think all the time, but if not most of the time. But you just want to limit the number of things you have to do on debarkation morning. So get them the night before. Number 3, if you played in the casino and you have any winnings, go ahead and cash out the night before as well. They have little machines set up in the casinos. They look like ATM machines, but they're not. There are ATM machines in the casino, but these are not the ATM machines. Go ahead and cash out. The first time I played in the casino, I didn't know. So I had won some money. I thought the money was going to be automatically applied to my sale and sign card. It's not. You cash it out before you leave and you get your cash. What happened with me, I did not know this. I was a total newbie, and I just left the money on there thinking that it had been applied to my sale and sign card. And a couple months after I got home, I got a check from Carnival for the amount that I had won in the casino. So thank you for that, Carnival, because I never would have known. So I got that check. Now, if it's less than $10, I'm told they use it as a donation to St. Jude's. Carnival supports St. Jude's. But if it's more than $10, they send you a check. Tip number 4 is if you're flying from the port back home, don't book an early flight. Although the ship may get in around 7:30 in the morning, that doesn't mean you're getting off the ship at 7:30 in the morning. There are delays. There are times when you're not even able to get off the ship until 10 o'clock or 12 o'clock or whatever. So don't book an early flight. Try to book a flight later on in the afternoon or evening. And then to go along with that, number 5 is if you have a late afternoon or evening flight, consider an excursion. There are Carnival excursions that you can do in your home port. So they have things like Everglades tours, bus trips down to Key West, going to see the Kennedy Space Center, depending on where your home port is, where you're cruising out of and into. So if you have a late night flight, consider an excursion, just a little way to extend your vacation by just a little bit. Number 6, you're going to have 2 different options for getting off the ship. One of them is self-assist debarkation, and that's where you carry your own luggage off the ship. The other one is where you put your luggage out in the hallway and they carry it off the ship for you, and then you just grab it from the terminal on your way to customs and all that kind of stuff. I'm a fan of self-assist. If you are able to carry your luggage yourself, I highly recommend self-assist. You can get off earlier, and I just find it a simpler process. And the earlier I can get off, the better, in my opinion. And because I choose to get off as early as possible, it's less crowded. And debarkation day, just like embarkation, can be very crowded, very hectic. Lots of people all trying to go the same place that you're trying to go at the same time. So I just prefer that earlier option of doing self-assist debarkation. But if you choose that, make sure that you and the people with you in your party can handle all of your own luggage. Getting off the ship. So to go along with that, one of my rules in travel is I really like to zig when everybody else is zagging. I'm an introvert. I'm a quiet person. I hate crowds. I despise lines. I've talked about that in a few videos. So I zig when everybody's zagging. And that's one of the reasons I choose to get off as early as possible or as late as possible. I haven't done the late thing in years. For the past couple years, I've just done the early thing. But that middle time is when I think it's just chaotic and you can be in line to leave the ship forever. So I zig when everybody's zagging, and I usually am able to just get off that ship and without stopping, walk through everything I need to do, customs and all that kind of stuff, but no stops, no lines, and I'm able to get in from the ship to my car in between 15 to 30 minutes, which is perfect for me. Number 8, elevators can get very crowded. So if you are able to, I would suggest thinking about taking the stairs. I am not usually able to get down the stairs with all of my luggage. So what I do, this is a cheat code. What I do is the elevators going up are not crowded because people aren't trying to go up. They're trying to get off the ship. So what I tend to do is I just catch an up elevator and catch it back down on debarkation day. So that's my little tip. I also use that on embarkation day. I just catch the first elevator that opens up, even if it's going in the opposite direction of where I'm trying to go. And then I just ride it up and then back down, or down and then back up, depending on the situation. Number 9 is going to be to double and triple check your cabin just to make sure that you aren't leaving anything behind. How we like to do it is have different people check it. So I go through, I check the cabin, I leave the cabin, I'm in the hallway, and then my daughter will check the cabin behind me because different eyes are going to lock in on different things. But just check to make sure that you aren't leaving anything, because it's so easy. Things fall under the bed. You forget to check that last drawer. Or what's common with when I'm traveling with my grandchildren is they leave something in the bathroom on the floor, like their pajama bottoms or something like that. So make sure you double, and if possible, double check or triple check the cabin, and if possible, have more than just your one set of eyes doing it. Number 10 is to have cash to tip the porters. This is another cheat code in my opinion. Getting a porter to help you with your luggage once you're off the ship and into the terminal, there'll be porters there with their luggage carts. And if you can grab a porter to help you with your luggage, carrying it through the terminal, through customs, and out of the terminal to you. And in some ports, they take it to the parking lot for you. In other ports, they just walk you out so that you just have to take it to the parking lot yourself or the parking garage yourself. Is like having VIP status, because the porters are kind of rushed through all the lines. They want them to get out and help you out and be done with you so they can come back in and help another passenger as quickly as possible. So it's like having VIP status, but make sure if you grab a porter that you are able to tip them in cash for your bags. Number 11, if you set your luggage outside of your room and you have them carry it off for you, we used to tie really brightly colored ribbons, polka dot ribbons, hot pink, purple, animal print ribbons to our luggage so that it's easy to identify. Because once you get into the terminal, it's just like a sea of luggage. Every shape, size, color. If you have black luggage especially, there's going to be a ton of black luggage, and you want to be able to easily identify your luggage so that you can grab it and go ahead and continue on your way. So we used to tie brightly colored ribbons to our luggage so that we can see them easily. Another tip that my daughter just used is to put an Apple AirTag or whatever kind of air tag you use, you know, the things that You can look on your phone that'll tell you where something is. Put one of those in your luggage so that you're easily able to get to your luggage. Number 12, when you are packing up the night before, leave everything you need for the final day out. And I think this is important whether you're doing self-assist or whether you're letting them carry your luggage off. You don't want to have to open up that suitcase and dig through it looking for anything. So make sure you leave out some pajamas for that last night to sleep in, a change of clothes for the next day, any of your medicines that you might need, chargers that you may need while you're at the airport or on your flight, headphones, your travel documents, and of course that sail and sign card. You're going to need that sail and sign card because that's how you get off the ship. As you exit the ship, they scan the card and it bings, and that means you're gone. They can take you off the roster, and then they go to the next person and bing them off. Number 13, the day before you get off the ship, check your statement. Your statement is on your television. It's also in the app. Check your statement to make sure there aren't any charges that you did not charge on your statement. Do that the day before so that if there is anything that you question, you're able to go down to guest services and get it handled. Don't wait until the last night to go to guest services, if at all possible, because it gets hectic the last night of the sailing. So try to check it earlier in the day so that you can go down and get services with any questions you have about anything that you might see on your statement. Number 14 is going to be to also take care of any balances or get any refunds that you need the day before. If you set up a cash account when you did embarkation, and let's say you put $500 on your account, but you only spent $360 while on board, you can go down and get that back. Make sure you do that the night before. But also if you spent more than you anticipated spending and you have a balance, let's say you owe them $32 or whatever, you want to go down and get that taken care of the night before, because when you go to bing off the ship, like get scanned off the ship with your, we call it binging off the ship because it makes a little bing sound, but scanned off the ship, they're not gonna let you off if you owe Carnival money. So go ahead and get that done the night before, because you don't want to stand in line and then when you get to the door to leave the ship, they say, I'm sorry, you have to go to guest services and take care of whatever. So just take care of that the day before. Number 15, you are going to have excellent customer service. I can almost guarantee it. The crew on Carnival is amazing. And if there is anybody you want to cash tip, like your room steward, your favorite bartender, do that the night before, because you may not see them on that last morning. Your room steward is super busy the last morning, that morning that you're getting off, because they have to get all of those rooms ready for the next guests that are getting on. So do that the night before. Sometimes you have a room steward that you just absolutely love and you want to tell them goodbye and thank them so much for taking care of you on the cruise. So don't wait until that last debarkation morning to say your goodbyes and do all of your tipping, because you just may not see them. Number 16, there is a debarkation talk that the cruise ship puts on. So check the schedule. And if it's your first time sailing, I would encourage you to go visit that. The presentation will kind of tell you everything you need to know. Like some ships are doing digital debarkation now, how that works, like reserving your time spot, getting your luggage tags, all of that kind of stuff. They will go over that and explain that to you. It's also shown on the TV. So if you don't want to actually go, you can just watch it on the TV. But as a first time cruiser, I think that's an important thing. Like I mean, it's not super fun, but I just think it's important if it's your first time sailing. After that, you probably, won't need to go back. Number 17 is to eat breakfast before you get off the ship. Those travel days can be long, and why not get a free breakfast or a breakfast you've already paid for, because it's included in your cruise fare, right? Instead of having to leave the port and then go through a drive-through if you're driving home, or grab something at the airport, eat breakfast. If you don't feel like you'll have time to eat breakfast, go ahead and order your breakfast through room service the day before and put that card. There's a little paper that you put outside your door so that they know that you want like a quick continental breakfast on that final morning, so that you're not getting the hangries as you go about your day, because there are always delays. Number 18, be ready to leave your room early. I think on Carnival, it is around 8:30 that they want you out of the room. So be ready to leave your room early. Even if you don't plan on getting off the ship until like 9:30, you can't wait in your room until 9:30. So be ready to leave your room. You may want to sit somewhere. They'll announce on the overhead where the, what do they call them? I was gonna say relaxation stations, but that's not what they call them. They call them something else. They'll announce on the overhead where you're able to just sit and relax and wait for the time that you're supposed to exit the ship, but just be prepared to leave your room early. Number 19 is not really something for you to do. When you get off the ship, you may still feel the ship rocking, and you may still feel the ship rocking for a few days. It is normal. There's a name for it. If I can find it, I'll insert the name for it right here. For some people, it goes away quickly. For other people, it lasts a little bit longer. For me, it's determined by the length of my cruise. On a 7-day cruise, I'm going to come home and feel it for a few days. On a 4-day cruise, I don't even experience it. Just be prepared for that, because the first time it happened, it threw me off and I was so concerned, like truly concerned. Number 20, make a checklist. So make that checklist with things that you may forget to do, like checking that safe to make sure you don't leave anything in there. Girl, don't ask me how I know. Or that you have your sail and sign card with you and handy so that you can get off of the ship, and that you grab your paper statement from the little mailbox area right outside your door. So that you can look over that when you get home to just make sure that all of your charges are correct. Just make a quick little list of things like that so that you're not trying to hold all that in here. Because girl, in here, it don't always be cooperating. So just have that little checklist handy. And so those are my 20 tips. Again, make sure that you subscribe to the channel so that you can be entered into that subscriber giveaway. Again, thank you so much for helping us to reach 300 subscribers. I am so excited about that. I know y'all like, girl, it's just 300. But no, to me, it's like 300. So please make sure that you subscribe to the channel so that you can be part of that. Give us a thumbs up. It's encouraging, but I'm told it helps in the algorithm. And also leave me a comment letting me know what your favorite debarkation tip is. If this is the first video from me that you've seen on this topic, know that there are 3 other videos in this series, and I will link them in the comments. I have your 20 tips for embarkation and the first day on the ship, 20 tips for how to enjoy your time on the ship, 20 port day tips for how to get the most out of your port days. And then the final part of the series is this disembarkation, debarkation. They're both the same thing, I think. Tips for your Carnival cruise. Thank you all so much for watching, and I will see y'all on the next video, and hopefully one day at sea. Bye-bye.